Hey.
Well, this for an early season game, this kind of seemed like mid-June, not mid-April, huh?
You sure did. You sure did. Man, feels like I should be raising something.
Yeah, so, both, and how good is it to play this good competition early? You got, you got another game here another big one this afternoon, but then you got, a tough schedule coming up. It's good to get these games early in the season, isn't it?
It absolutely is. Last year, our schedule didn't offer a lot of, competition throughout, and so I talked to our athletic director and asked her to, the schedule could be a little tougher, and she did a great job lining up a lot of talent so that we can keep up with the points with the Mountain Valley Conference. And what hurt us last year is we didn't see a lot of pitching like that throughout the regular season, so it really hurt us when we got into the playoffs and we faced it. We just weren't ready for it. We hadn't seen it,
and obviously Carson just pounding the strike zone. He kind of threw a lot of pitches near the end, but he was on throughout the game. He was only averaging like under 3 pitches a batter. And how important is that when you got a pitch count rules and everything else?
It's huge. It's huge. After the first inning, I believe he had 19, and then we just talked to him and said, you know what, your stuff's good. Don't try to overpower every batter. We got a great defense. Just throw strikes and be you. Do what you do, and your defense will take care of you. And that's what he did. And he just threw strikes, and it was great. And
that might kind of your mindset when you guys did make a few mistakes. You made those errors, 3 errors in that one inning, but he was able to settle down. Is that those mistakes won't happen often, huh?
No, they won't. That was rare. That was rare, and Carson, he really kept his head and he let those things go and kept his composure and just took each batter as a new out.
Now you put in Durgan for defense there in the 7th inning. He made a big play in the field. That if he didn't stop that ball, that runner might have went home. Yep. And then also that last batter of the game, all you kind of have to do there is make contact, and he did against a very tough left-handed pitcher.
Yes, he's been my regular starting right fielder, and I didn't start him today because of Hurd being a tough lefty. And then when they took Hurd out, I put him back in, and then they. My only other option on the bench was another lefty, so I had him in there, and he swings a good stick, and he stepped up. I was so proud of him. I guess I probably should have started him.
No, but he made the big play when he needed to.
He did.
On defense and offense.
Stacey, another win today. Start out with a doubleheader. Does today change your mind or give you any more ideas about your team going to the season?
Not really. They I know the potential of this team is high. There's a lot of there's a lot of good that we can do. We're well rounded. We have tremendous pitching depth. We play great defense, and our hitting wasn't there, but it's getting there. That second game we said it. Even the L's were hit hard.
It's true.
So I like what I saw today, and the two guys that were on the mound they're battlers, and they pitched to contact, but they're also strikeout pitchers. They got the stuff to. So I knew that the pitch counts would be down. So
So we saw 2 pitchers today. What else are you looking at? How big is your staff going to be this year?
I have probably another 4 guys that I have confidence that I could throw out there.
That's great.
Yeah.
This announcer today might have criticized you on a couple of your base running plays, but you get the theme of it that you guys are just aggressive, really no matter what situation. It's not a 1-out, 2-out kind of thing.
Yeah.
You just seem to put pressure on. Is that going to be a season-long sort of attitude?
It is. It's a joke. I tell those guys that I'm going to get you thrown out and we're going to look stupid, but you know what? I'm not changing my approach. Last year we had 129 stolen bases on the season. That's
wow.
And
I think you're on a good pace here. We haven't counted the final numbers, but it's
the way I play,
yeah.
and I'm not going to change that. And sometimes I get them thrown out, but
So you kind of said it. You're willing to take those out sometimes because they're going to happen, but I mean you're going to pay off more often than not, right?
Yeah. I just got to let the kids when they do get out. I have to. I got to convince them that let that be my fault. Let me give you the go. Sometimes they get I think my aggressiveness feeds. They feed off that, and sometimes they take off on their own, and they just gotta calm down a little bit.
So you got a doubleheader next week at Richmond. Sometimes an unknown team in these parts, right? But they're a good, solid Class D. Do you have any expectations for next week?
No, I know they finished 1 in D last year. They're always in contention. They're a tough team. They usually dominate Class D. These two games were huge. They're going to give us some points. Same with next week. 2 more, games where there's going to be a lot of points they had to be had. And I really like the schedule because, we have to have those 2 guys have to have 4 days rest. Saturday's 5 days away, so if they're healthy, they'll be going again. So.
Well, congratulations, Coach.
A 3-2 win over Mount View here in the first game of a doubleheader this afternoon. First, I've got Carson Black with me. Carson, great job today. It was kind of the key for you, kind of just getting ahead in the count.
Yeah. So, I was kind of just trying to throw strikes, let him hit it. We got the best defense in Class C baseball, so I know my infield's going to make the play. Same with my outfield.
Yeah, well, you didn't just do it on the mound; you did it with the bat too. In the third inning, you got a big hit, and you guys were able to get 2 runs when Austin got a big 2-run double. What kind of started that rally?
Mostly just getting into the pitcher's head. We're loud in the dugout. Pitcher obviously didn't like having runners on base, so we're clapping it up. We're being loud, rowdy, being aggressive on the bases, and it was rattling him.
And then later in the game, you kind of worked around. They got a run, but you kind of worked around a few defensive mistakes. You made throw an error, and there's a couple other mistakes. What did Coach say to you when he came out to the mound?
He was just kind of telling me to just deep breath, just focus on getting the batter, not focusing on the runner. We had 2 outs, so just get the last out.
This is good competition for early in the season, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Really good competition.
Well, you're a Bangor Savings Bank Player of the Game, so congratulations to you, and that's $10 you can use anywhere.
Am I on? Oh, I'm on here live. Grady Cummings, thanks for coming over. So, great game both on the mound and at the plate. I think we counted 5 stolen bases on the base pass. You had a double, 3 runs scored. I think we were talking maybe even without pitching, you might have been the player of the game today, just on those stats alone. How long have you known you're going to pitch today?
I planned on pitching the whole game because I'm a solid pitcher, and typically I go long into games, and I don't worry about striking kids out. I let them hit, and I let my defense do the work. You don't worry about it, but we counted 9 strikeouts for the game, so that was impressive work. You kept them off balance. What was your approach today with pitching? Did you have any plan going into today? Just throw strikes. Just throw strikes. I like that approach. How about when you pitch? Are you more into the game at the plate? Does that help you out to focus a little bit more? Typically no, but today I just went up there and I just drove and hopefully got a base hit.
Yep. You started out, the first game was some work for you, right? There was the run scored in the first inning. It looked like could have led to some more, but then you finished up with a solid strikeout. Did you change your approach there, or was it just get through that inning and keep going?
I just tried to keep them off balance and do my job.
Well, great. That was a great game, and you were the player of the game, and you get a $10 gift card to